Hey everybody, my name is Das and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to go through part 1 of my vinyl collection. These are vinyl records that I've accumulated over the course of X amount of months. I don't know how long I've been collecting. I got a record player for myself around Christmas/birthday. I can't remember what, I believe it was more like Christmas, more like a December gift to myself. And I've been picking up these albums ever since December. So we're going to go through them in no particular order. Basically, the ones on top are the ones I just opened in the mail today. So first we have Frozen Crown, Crowned in Frost. Here you have the track listing and the sides. Limited edition, 300 copies here. Pretty sick. Okay, so basically, I've been following this band for some years. They recently replaced their guitarist. They had a female guitarist named Talia. She's no longer with them. This is, I believe, a European metal band, so falls into the category of like Amaranth sounding stuff, I suppose. But they have their own unique sound. Very good guitar riffs back when they had Talia. I don't know how the quality of their music is now with the new girl, but these older albums with Talia was really excellent. So that's a very good one to have in my collection. This is their second album. I have not gotten their first one on vinyl yet. I'll put this over to the side. Next, we're going to talk about an album that I'm actually surprised by. This is the newest album from All That Remains, called Victims of the New Disease. I haven't listened to All That Remains in several years because not because I fell out or disliked them or anything, just because my musical taste changed a lot. But this album, man, holy crap. This is really bringing back classic All That Remains. In some songs, they have their clean songs, which are fine. I mean, Just Tell Me Something is probably one of my favorite rock songs of this year by like an American metal/rock band. So, I mean, yeah, Just Tell Me Something is like one of my favorites. But their more metal sounding stuff brought me back. It brought me back to some of the earlier All That Remains albums, and basically just showed me that they can still pull it off. They really pull off some classic sounds in this album, and I think this is an excellent, excellent album. Very happy to have that one. Next, we have another limited vinyl. This is Amaranth Manifest. Up here you can see that I did get the strictly limited edition, so that's pretty sick. This album, dude. Okay, some bands, when they're, they've been around for years and they're still going, you expect them to decline or possibly, run out of material or just get boring or stale. Amaranth did the opposite. I can honestly say in recent years, this is one of the few metal albums that came out that I can listen to from beginning to end without skipping a song. This is an absolutely excellent, excellent album. One of my favorites. And there you have the track listing. If I can make it look a little better. Like I say, just all the way through excellent. Crystalline is probably one of my favorites. I mean, they're just all so good. It's mind-blowing for me. This is the only Amaranth vinyl that I have. I will be getting more in the future. Of course, I believe their earlier albums may not even be available in vinyl. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into all that. Alright, next. So, Bullet for My Valentine, Gravity. Does have a little, if you're wondering what that circle is, it's not a glare. It's actually missing some plastic right there. It's just how it came wrapped from the factory. This is probably my favorite metal album of 2020. Yes, we're in 2021 now, but I can't speak for what's what I'm going to listen to this year and what I'm going to get into this year. And I'm not saying this because this is a 2020 release. This came out in like, what, 18 or something? I don't know. But I can listen to this album from beginning to end. Every track listed right there, I can listen to the whole thing all the way through and just thoroughly enjoy this album. This album brings back a lot of their classic sounds, a lot of emotion in their voice, a lot of relatable songs for me personally. They did cut out some of the guitar riffs, so if you're more of a guitar riff person and you want a recommendation from this video right here, I would say get Amaranth or Frozen Crown. Those are going to be the heavy guitar riff albums. This isn't the limited edition or special edition. This is plain black vinyl, but excellent album. And in some stores, you can find this vinyl for super cheap. Now we're going to get into the last one, which is the very first vinyl I ever purchased. We have the deluxe edition of Bullet for My Valentine, Venom. The year that this album came out, this was my favorite album of all time. When Bullet came back and made Venom, I was blown away. This was the best sounding album at the time that I had heard in recent years. And I would say there are newer albums, like I showed you before, that have kind of moved up in my favorites. But as far as all-time favorites goes, this was my favorite for a lot of years. So we do have 2 vinyl records in here. This is a two record set. You have your sides A through D there with your track listings. But yeah, the year it came out, I don't remember the exact year. I mean, it could be a 16 album, 2016, I don't know. But I was a little bit younger, and I enjoyed this album so much. It was heavy. It hit pretty nasty. I mean, I enjoy that kind of hype sometimes. Very good album. Highly recommended. I highly recommend you pick up all these. I'm not going to pick a favorite or anything like I do with some of my video game collection videos where I always pick the one that's my favorite. That's impossible to do. Everything you've seen here today are near and dear to my heart and highly recommended if you have a little bit of money to spend on vinyl. I would also point out that the majority of these vinyls, if not all of them, were relatively cheap. I might have spent the most money on Venom, maybe. I don't know. They're all relatively cheap. So if you're interested in getting the vinyl, check them out. If you're just a viewer, thank you for checking these out for me. Some of them were recent, just opened them today. I was excited about them, and I'm glad that you got to take a look with me. So thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see more from me in the future, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.